The holes in the middle. Okay. Where did I? Okay. Good morning. I'm hoping this is working. Testing, testing. Hi. Good morning. We're gonna photograph today for some fresh promotional content stuff. I hope everyone knows Yesenia. This is Yesenia. She helps run the joint, and they're gonna be photographing today because I think the catalog of content is getting kind of stale. I struggle with cameras. Had to learn a lot over the years, especially with pandemic. Just pretend it's not there. Just pretend it's not there. And definitely, if you don't want to be in content, that's not a big deal. Like, we can edit later and not include you. So just talk to Yesenia after class or send an email. We're not here to cause any additional discomfort. We're here for, these days we're here hopefully as a balm, like a safer tranquilizer. But whatever your tranquilizer of choice is, I'm here for it these days, all days. Maybe Camden's not here. If that's the case, I'll sort of split the time between walking around the room and being on the mat. If you're new here, my name is Mariel. Welcome. My name's Mariel, and I'll facilitate. This is Melissa, and she'll be coming around to assist as well. We have one room left on our Greece retreat this July. If anyone wants to join us, one room left. It can be a single or a double. There was something else I wanted to mention besides the photographing. Can't remember what it is right now. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, she's not going to be here the whole time. Yoga and cello with Anisha and Kale is Saturday, June 21st from 6:30 to 8 p.m. The Relief Roadmap, Master Therapeutic Movement, Self-Massage, Stress Release Tools for Freedom from Anxiety, Overwhelm, and Persistent Pain, led by Deneen Vigiano, is Saturday, June 28th from 1 to 7. That counts as a teacher training and is open to the public. They're very far away. Do we smell? I'll scooch forward. And I think we have some fundraising happening in June. We have one with Brian Swopes coming for a chakras rainbow yoga class for Pride. And that is a fundraiser. I just don't know where the funds are going yet. Oh, it's going to the Attic Youth Center. So always really enjoy practicing, dedicating the practice and service to something greater. Oh, I remember. I am going to try my best to deliver to you all today a very classic yoga sequence for the sake of the new teachers who are about to graduate. I'm going to try to just do a very classic sequence with a lot of just classic foundational Three Queens grammar. Hopefully I don't go off the rails. If I start to go off the rails, you and Casey, and I was looking around the room for who can reel me in. Is that all we got today? Damn, where is everyone? Reel me in if I go off the rails. Thank you. Yeah, and I'll try to just have this be in the library as something that you can refer back to for just a classic, strong yoga practice. Here we go. Does anyone else have any announcements, any requests? Okay. Everything I offer is an invitation, not an obligation, so please feel really free, encouraged, empowered to take it or leave it, to modify, to spectate, to hydrate as you like. to find and do what's appropriate for you, and to drink lots of water. I watered the plants and they like really liked it. It's amazing. So drink water. It's a good reminder. They're still looking a little crusty on the end. They need more water. Drink more water, I guess is the theme. Okay, make yourself as comfortable as humanly possible as we begin. Take a moment to notice where you are and how you are. And if there's anything in particular that you need or want from your practice of yoga today. The entire physical practice of yoga is first and foremost in service to the breath, to the gift of life that each breath offers. And as we turn the light of awareness to the presence of the breath, the currents of the breath, pour the light of awareness deeper into the self. The breath ignites the heart, and the splendor of the heart has an opportunity to inform, illuminate, and inspire the faculty of the mind and the agency of the body. So it's really a physical practice of attunement to the gift of life that fills us, surrounds us, enlivens us, and connects us to each other and all that is. Enjoy a slow, deep, full breath in. Let it percolate for a beat at the top. Feel your fullness. And a slow, long, smooth breath out. Complete the exhale. Feel the economy of your fullness. Let the exhale pour into the inhale. The breath ignites the heart, and the splendor of the heart emanates from inside out on the currents of the exhale, pressing the breath out as far and as wide as you can imagine. Then you draw the breath in and you take it to heart. The heart illuminates the interior landscape, and as you exhale, this luminosity expands. It ripples out on the currents of your breath, bathing in breath. The physical practice of yoga and alignment-based hatha yoga is an opportunity to align ourselves, engage ourselves, and stretch ourselves through aligned engagement so that this flow of vital energy, the gift of life that each breath offers, can flow in us, as us, through us, and from us more deeply, more fully, more freely, unobstructed. On your next inhale, we'll bring the hands together before the heart in Anjali Mudra. This is a gesture of sincere self-reverence that acknowledges and honors the voice of the true teacher, never further than your heart, which is never further than your breath. And it's a gesture that places this aspect of ourselves, the source of supreme love and divine wisdom, before us as a guide for at least the time we spend together. Together we'll set the tone for our practice today by sharing the voices of our hearts and one collective sound of Om. Please feel free to join into the sound or just let it wash over you. Deep breath in. Bow to your heart, always present, intrinsically peaceful, utterly powerful and luminous. And as best you can, keeping this connection inward unwavering, release the hands, blink open the eyes, and let's come into a tabletop position. Start. Hi. Take your time, feel your hands at the top of your mat. You could pad your knees with a blanket if you like. If you need any props, just call us over, we'll bring them to you. We have plenty of props, so feel free to pad your knees. Look for your breath, and now linking breath and movement as you exhale, round your back. And as you inhale, arch. And really slow down and deepen the breath and let the breath accentuate the movements. Exhale to round. Ride the whole exhale. Look in towards your heart. Draw the sides of the waist up. Scoop the tailbone in and under. And then as you inhale to arch your spine, peel the collarbones back. Let the chest widen, the heart open. Notice what you feel, how it feels, where you feel it as you dial into your breath, your body, your heart. The path of yoga is an exploration of consciousness. And the physical practice is a way in which we consciously direct awareness into the self, deep into the tissues, the fibers, the cells of being, within and without. Can come over into a neutral spine position. And again, if not already, walk the hands up to those top corners of your mat like you're trying to press the top corners of the mat down. Huge breath in, and with the exhale, just send your hips back towards your heels, puppy pose. Press the palms down. Can you feel the underarms lift? All armpits feel a lift. Fingertips, energetic. Bring the hands, pull the fingertips towards your knees and lift your armpits higher. And on an exhale, right between the shoulder blades, soften the upper back towards the earth. Feel a connection to the back of the heart, the bottom of the front of the heart center, slightly to the right of the physical heart. That's where the voice of the true teacher resides, always present, intrinsically peaceful, utterly powerful, so easily, so often overlooked. As you close fingertips back towards you, pull yourself through to table, and keep reaching forward, forward, forward of your fingertips. Bring your pelvis forward and down to the ground. Bend your elbows, the bare minimum to come into cobra. Press the tops of the feet down so much you feel the knees lift. Anchor your tailbone down like you're doing that cat stretch, but draw the shoulders up and back. Now, slide the palate back, and as you pull the hands towards the feet and press the feet down, drink the breath in and whisper the breath out. Press the inner edges of the hands more firmly into the earth. One more breath, and with the exhale, downward dog. Pedal the feet a little from the side, stretch through the soles of the feet, the sides of the legs. Feel free to linger for a few breaths on each side. Again, you feel where you feel it. From the bottom of your heart, root through the arms, lift through the hips, press back through the thighs, heel. And as you root through the arms with your next inhale, float the right leg straight up and back. Feel free to move forward if you're in the back of the room. Exhale, catch. So cute on you. I love the stuff. Inhale, reach the arms up. Lunge. Feel on the ground as linking breath and action towards each other. Feel the legs engage. Up to the sky, reach up through the thumbs, and with the front leg deeper, back knee and thigh. Exhale. I'm sorry, step back to downward dog. Yeah, real classic. Pedal the feet. Considered lunges is a right hip. Notice, feel anything more or different through the whole right leg. Now find the breath, breath to heart, heart to mind, mind to body. On the inhale, float the left leg straight up and back. To catch your lunge. Left knee and toes point straight ahead, yet inhale to reach up. Beautiful. Feel both feet on the ground. Inhale, pull the feet towards you. The legs engage from the earth into your hips. legs reach up through your fingertips. Nice. And as you reach up as though you're going to touch the ceiling, bend the front leg. 1, 2, 3 more inches. Keep that. Press the back knee and thigh 1 inch higher. Nice. Be there for one full deep breath. And with the exhale, back to dog. Breathe. Feel. No touch. Bend your knees a little. Yeah. You okay there? Find your breath. Inhale to plank. So now just like the back legs in lunge, press your knees and thighs to the sky. Look forward. Bend your elbows halfway. As you bend the elbows, push the arms straight. Downward dog. Nice. Breath to heart. Mind to body. On the inhale, float to the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge. Spin the inhale, find warrior 2. Reach up for warrior. Front knee and toes point straight ahead with the knee over the ankle. Walk your back heel, just the heel, tiny. Good. And now as you inhale, pull the feet towards each other. Is it okay to touch here? Reach back through the left arm like you're going to touch the wall behind you. And now you can bend the front leg deeper. That's the way. 1 more inch. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh and sweep the left arm overhead. And as you push through your left heel, stretch through your left thumb. One long line of energy into the core of the earth and all the way to the celestial realms through the fingertips. 1 more breath. Use your bottom arm to guide the knee open a little bit. Lean back, turn open. And on the exhale, touch the ground, downward facing dog. Feel the breath in your body. Core, the celestial. On the high, feel to the earth. Hold together. See the left straight. Reach the back heel back a little bit. As you feel your leg, and then reach the wall at the back of the room and bend the front leg. The left heel and guide the inner left thigh open. 1 more breath. And with the exhale, left forearm. Push the inner left heel to the core of the earth as you stretch through the left thumb, the left fingertips. 1 long line of energy. Take that left shoulder back. And as you squeeze the left heel in, guide the inner left thigh open. Lean back over the shoulder blades. Lean back, bend deeper. 1 more breath. And on the exhale, touch the ground. Downward facing dog. The breath in, take it. And as you exhale from the bottom of your heart center, push through the arms to launch through the hips. Press back through the thighs and down through the heels. Inhale to plank. Lower your knees if you like. Exhale for Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale for Cobra. Push the inner edges of the hands down and back and slide the spine. Slither the spine from way deep in your pelvis forward and up. Slide the palate back. Lift the chin a little bit. Drink the breath in. Press the tops of the feet down. Pull the hands back. With an exhale, gorgeous downward dog. Heart to mind. To the heart. Reverberate ocean of consciousness is the self. Now float the right leg to the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge. Walk your left, pivot the feet to the left for the wide-legged forward fold. The heels heavy, and then bend your a little bit to lean into the balls. Walk your fingertips forward. Good. Keep the heels heavy. Try not to grip the toes. And now rather than pressing your knees back, press your thighs back to get more into the hamstrings. And then you can fold legs, anchor your tailbone down, your sitting bones down. Feel the whole spine get long through the crown of the head. Ripe fruit. Is it okay to touch, Elizabeth? Ooh, you okay there? And turn the right knee and toes through lunge. And take it back, forward facing dog. Notice the newfound space. Deep breath in the nose. Exhale through the nose. Push through the arm, the hips, and ground. Notice if the flow, awareness on the currents of the breath feels deeper, fuller, freer. On the inhale, float the left leg high to the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge. We're going to pivot to the right this time for the wide-legged forward fold. If the hamstrings feel more open, you can bring your feet a little closer together. It'll bring the floor further away. And then either find your strap or interlace your hands behind your back for a shoulder stretch. Stay heavy in the heels, soft through the knees, but legs straight. So the muscles are strong, but the joints are open. So we're not locking the joints. As you lean into the balls of your feet, press your thigh bones back. That'll make it straight. Inhale, hug the feet towards each other, draw the kneecaps up, feel the legs. And as you exhale from the core of the pelvis, root down through the legs. And it's all this action in the legs that creates extension and traction through the spine. And with the spine long, hug the shoulder blades together. Hold the shoulder blades to the inhale to reach the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, let the arms get heavy overhead like wet branches. One more of the deepest, fullest breaths here. Is it okay to touch, Kai? There you go. Nice. Exhale to release. Turn the left knee and toes through lunge and take it back to downward facing dog. From that newfound awareness of connection to the upper back, the very back of your heart center, through the arms into the core of the earth as you extend through the spine, the hips up to the sky, root back through the thighs and down through the heels. Find inhale, carry. Exhale, Dandasana. I got it. Do that all the time. Inhale for cobra, cobra dog. If you feel, pause for an extra breath and let the exhale carry you to downward dog. Step, walk, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Fold over your legs, bow to your heart. Bend your knees deep for chair pose. Climb your hands up onto your thighs. See that your knees and toes point straight ahead. And with the heels heavy, like lean back into your heels now, take your butt back more. Reach the arms forward. Lift the armpits up and in. And now take the biceps to the ears. Draw the rib cage back, sit a little bit deeper. Ears back, biceps back, sit a little deeper. Find your breath. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Close your eyes or soften the gaze. Feel both feet on the ground. The presence of the breath, the rhythmic beating of your heart, always present, intrinsically peaceful, utterly powerful. Can blink open the eyes, release the hands. Inhale, reach forward and up. Standing tall mountain, root through the legs, reach past your fingertips, get larger than life. With your exhale, bend the legs, fingertips touch the earth, touch down, sit low. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fingertips to the floor, lean into the fingertips as you press your thighs back. Inhale, reach the heart forward. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back to lunge. Spin the back heel to the ground for warrior two. Push your front leg straight. Breath in. Exhale, right fingertips to a block for triangle pose. You can bring your left hand to your left hip. That'll release tension in the neck and shoulder. You can draw the right shoulder blade to the spine. You can take the block up higher to draw the right shoulder blade to the spine. Then draw the left shoulder blade to the spine. And as you inhale, hug the feet to the midline. Feel the legs engage from the ground all the way up into the hips, into the pelvis, and from the core of the pelvis. As you exhale, legs to extend through the spine, the crown, and then as you push through your right fingertips, maybe unfurl the left arm, left fingertips to the sky. Enjoy the breath, root through the inner edges of your feet, and lean back over the shoulder blades. A belly breath. Nice. As you exhale, pass through lunge, take it back to downward facing dog. You could stay in down, rest in child. Let your through the linking vinyasa, ride the breath. Let the breath carry you. Think of yourself as a body with breath. And notice if one of those dynamics tends. It's a path of self-study, self-inquiry. And as needed, we come back to the breath. We tether ourselves to the breath, and the breath turns us into the heart, and then the heart informs and illuminates the body, the gift of embodiment. On the inhale, float the left leg high to the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge. Spin the back heel to the ground. Push the front. Pull the other leg strong. Triangle pose. Left to a block. Feel both. Probably turn your back toes in. The back, yeah, there you go. Push through the inner back heel, extend through the spine. Take as high as you need to draw the left shoulder blade to the spine. So you could glue the left shoulder blade to the spine, to the right shoulder blade to the spine. Imagine there's a headrest behind your head and you can lean back. You can straight ahead and lean back. Then as you push through the legs, unfurl, maybe reach the right fingertips to the sky, but keep the right shoulder blade connected to the heart. So you're extending in and from the heart. The left shoulder blade to the spine. And then as you push through the legs and push through the left fingertips, extend through the crown and the right fingertips. Lean back, open up. One more of the deepest, fullest belly. And with the bottom of the exhale, turn through lunge, step back to downward dog. Push through the arms to lift through the hips. Press back through the thighs and ground through the heels. And at the bottom of a breath step, walk, hop, or float forward to Uttanasana. Fold over your legs and bow to your heart. Bend the knees deep. Reach the heart forward. Reach the arms forward and up, biceps to the ears. Exhale, how low can you go? Ground through the heels. Inhale, stand tall, reach for the stars. Exhale, hands back to heart center, to the center of the universe within. Feel both feet on the ground, the currents of the breath, the beating of the heart, and the field of awareness. Release the hands. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, bend the legs, fingertips dust the earth. Inhale, fingertips reach the sky. Exhale, plant the hands, press the back, bow to the heart. On your inhale, reach the heart forward as you press the thighs back. Exhale, fold, step the right foot back to lunge. Walk your hands high to blocks inside your front leg. blanket. Leg, and with your right fingertips, find your right hand, find your right foot. Stretch. Be the kneecap and the base of the thigh right above the knee. Left hand on a block to come higher. Left hand to the thigh if you feel steady. Linking action as you inhale, drag the right knee forward, draw the right shoulder up and back. And as you exhale, draw the bottom ribs back, shoulders back, head back, and bend the front leg deeper. One more of the deepest, fullest belly breaths. Release the right foot. Hands, downward facing dog. Once again, find the breath. Imagine yourself a breath with a body, and let the breath carry your body through a linking vinyasa in the style of you. It could be down dog to child's pose. It could be a more classic traditional linking vinyasa for plank, chaturanga, bhujangasana to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take your time. Let the breath carry you. We'll meet in downward dog. Downward facing dog. Notice the new space through which more deeply, fully, freely in you. And in all directions. On the inhale, float the right leg to the exhale, catch. Lower the back knee down. Just make sure you're on your side too. Kind of got off. You're on your side thigh stretch. Take your blocks high inside your front leg. The back knee down, patting tired, and then bending the back leg, left hand for left foot. Yourself to yourself. Those four muscles at the front of your back thigh, they hold it all together from the core. Anyone feel that in these thigh muscles? All together. The back knee forward, draw the shoulders up and back, the palate back, maybe higher on the right thigh to lean back as you bend the front leg a little. Gently release. Huge step forward. Asana. Fold. Your teacher, the source itself of supreme love and divine wisdom, which is further than your heart, which is never further than your breath. Deep breath in. Feel both feet on the ground as you reach out through the heart. Press the thigh bones back as you reach the heart forward. Expand the center. Exhale to fold, to bow to the expansive center within. Find your breath. Hug your feet to the midline. Feel the legs strong as the inhale. Reach all the way up to standing tall mountain. Root through the legs as you reach through the heart and the fingertips. Exhale. Are we warm? Okay, it's pretty classic. I think we hit all the spots. Like sky's the limit from here. It's like that's all we really need, right? Now we can just have fun. Let's do a tree because it looks good. Okay, so feel both feet on the ground. Shift your weight into your left leg. Bend your right leg in. And as you bend the right leg, and you can hold with one hand or both hands, just depending on the length of your arms. Feel if the standing leg locked. Can the standing leg be straight without being locked? And then feel if your sort of butt and hip push forward. And can you take the top of the thigh back a little bit, like you're moving your butt towards the back of the room. Then open the knee a little to the right. Slide your hand towards your ankle and bring the sole of the foot to the inner leg, above or below the knee. And as you make that contact of foot into leg, press leg into foot. So meet yourself in the center. It's like when we bind ourselves to ourselves, try not to let the right foot pressing into the leg dominate. Press right foot into left leg, press left leg into right foot. One point on the floor about 4 to 6 feet in front of you for stability. If you feel steady, maybe look straight ahead. If you feel steady, maybe extend through your arms, your branches, your fingertips. Press foot into leg, leg into foot, maybe reach up. Look up. One more of the deepest, fullest breaths. And with the exhale, hands to heart, right floor, shake it out. How's that leg feel? Imagine like what trees endure. The trees. We were in Florida this year, and Gigi was literally going around hugging the palm trees. I'm like, that's my girl. Bend the legs, feel both feet on the ground. And then push through the leg, shift your weight into your right foot, bend your left leg in. Notice if the knee locked, the leg can be straight without the knee being locked. And then notice if the tendency is for the butt and hip to sort of push forward. Take the top of the thigh back, and now you're more in center. And then slide the left hand down the left leg to the ankle and bring the sole of the foot to the inner leg, above or below the knee. And as that foot makes contact, press the leg into the foot like you're a Ziploc, making a blue and yellow makes green seal. Hands to heart. Breathe. You could look towards the earth for stability. Always look towards the earth for stability. Once you find and feel stable on that connection to the core of the earth, you might look straight ahead. Maybe reach up, look up. One more of the deepest, fullest belly breaths, filling the space between the center of the earth and the highest heavens. Holding it together, in you, as you, through you. Hands to heart, that's the yoga, it's the connection. And release, shake it out. Both feet on the ground, inhale, up, exhale, fold. Get long through the spine, exhale, fold, walk it downward facing dog. On the inhale, float the right leg to the sky, open the hips, bend the top leg, foot high five your neighbor to the left, but keep that left lifting. Inhale the leg long, square the hips, pigeon prep. Bring your hands high to blocks, framing your hips. Tuck your back toes under, and hold the knee together. Hips lift up the floor, away, yep. You feel like you could go deeper. Rather than lowering your hips down, walk your back knee back. And then as you inhale, pull the knees towards each other, and twist your hips a little from left to right. Think left forward, right hip crease back. Take the blocks high and draw the shoulder back. Leg strong. You keep the leg strong by hugging to the midline. And as you pull the knees towards each other and feel the legs engage from the feet all the way up into the core of the pelvis, from the core of the pelvis, root through the legs, inhale, reach the arms, take flight. Think ears. One more breath. And on the exhale, hand, take it back, three-legged dog, right leg high, sky, foot high five to the left. Inhale the leg long, square the hips, exhale, float it down. Push through the inner edges to protect the wrists. In left leg, open the hips, lift the right armpit up, up, up as you bend the leg, foot high five to the left, to the right, to the right. Inhale, leg long, exhale, slip on through to pigeon prep. Your blocks high. Like we're taking flight here, rising from the ashes, not sinking down, but rising up. Back toes under and pull the knees towards each other. You'll get more lift. And then you get deeper by keeping the lift even as you walk the back knee back. It's pretty radical than just like the sort of sinking down pigeon. As you inhale, pull the knees towards each other. Maybe walk the blocks back, draw the shoulders up and back, puff up the chest. Happy pigeon. puffy chest pigeon, yep. And as you press the back knee down and forward, reach the arms forward, up and back, ears back, biceps back, press the back knee down and forward, pull the front knee back, reach up out of the depths of your being. Exhale to plant the hands. Left leg high, foot high five to the right. And then stretch the leg long, huge breath in, slow exhale, the left foot touches the ground, and rest in child's pose. Bow to your, bow to the earth. Feel the unconditional support of gravity holding you, holding us all together in a sisterhood, in a brotherhood, a siblinghood. Flow of the breath from heart to heart. Your exhale is someone else's inhale, turning them into their heart. Someone else's exhale from their heart is your inhale, turning you into your heart. We are threaded together like pearls from heart to heart. And find the rhythmic beating of your heart as it reverberates from inside out in all directions, holding down the last remaining bits of harmony in this world. Dolphin standing in and out from the heart.
Press down through your hands to lift yourself up through table. And from table, bring yourself back to downward facing dog. Come back to your foundation. Press down through your hands to lift through your hips and extend through the backs of your legs. On an inhale, lift your right foot up for pigeon prep. Your back knee comes down, your back toes are tucked. Find your blocks in front of you. Now inhale to hug your legs towards one another. Square your hips to face the top of the mat. As you exhale, press your legs down into the earth and extend out through the crown of your head. Now, here, strong and rooted, or your right knee, and exhale, your right hand reaches around to grab for your right foot. Oh yeah. No one knows a right and a left. Some do, but not yoga teachers. Same side, same side. Left hand to left foot. Press your foot into your hand and your hand back into your foot to make that connection. Now, your left shoulder onto your spine to open up through your chest, your lungs, and your heart. On an exhale, slowly release your hand from your foot. Lower your hands down to your props. Now listen carefully, ditch your props. Lower your forearms down to the mat and interlace your hands in front of your face. Shimmy your elbows to be underneath your ears. Tuck your back. Bring your left for forearm plank. Your knees can be up or down here, it's all the same. On an inhale, press your forearms down and away from you. Exhale to lengthen out through the sides of your body. Now you can stay here or option to walk your feet in to meet your hands. Think downward facing dog shape, but on your forearms. Land where you land with really bent knees. Now on an press your forearms down into the mat. Draw strength up through your arms to the back of your shoulder blades. And from the back of your shoulder blades, press down into your arms and down into the earth as you exhale out through your hips. On your exhale, walk your feet back to forearm plank. Lower your knees down, and let's take child's pose. If you haven't had any water yet today during practice, take a moment to nourish yourself. In child's pose, as your body pours forward over the mat, can you continue to send your breath through the front and back of your heart center? Press down through your hands to lift yourself up through table. From table, come back to downward facing dog. We have another side to do. On an inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, bring your left knee all the way to the left. Your back knee is down and your back toes are tucked. Everyone actually peek at your back foot. Make sure it's directly in line with your hip and not off to this side. Now keep this level of awareness as you inhale to hug towards one another. Strengthen the muscles of your legs as you exhale, press your legs down into the earth to extend out through the crown of your head. Now stay here, or inhale, bend your back knee, and exhale. This time, your right hand grabs for your right foot. Press your hand into your foot and your foot back into your hand. Keeping this connection to your foot, can you inhale, hug your legs in toward your midline, then exhale, expand out through the crown of your head. Now on your exhale, slowly release lower your hands down. Lower down to your forearms and interlace your hands. Everyone, shimmy your elbows to be in line with your shoulders. Tuck your back toe and lift your back knee. Your left foot steps back to meet your right for forearm plank. Everyone, lift your hips to be in line with your shoulders. Connection, inhale to arms down into the mat. Then exhale, lengthen out. Sides of your out through the back of your heels. Now you can take your last chance at dolphin. Inhale to walk your feet in towards your hands, and exhale to lengthen through the backs of your legs. Land where you land, and on an inhale, press your forearms down into the mat beneath you. Draw energy up to the back of your shoulder blades, and from that place at the back of your shoulder blades, press down into the earth as you exhale your hips up towards the sky. Now on your exhale, walk your feet back, lower your knees down, and take a moment in child's pose. Come back to your breath. Breathe deeply and fully.
Oh yeah. Actually, my favorite facilitating the class. Yeah, you just did downward dog. We'll meet there. Breath. Plank. Pause. Look forward. We're going to do a breath in chaturanga. So knees on the ground. Exhale, chaturanga. As I'll press the hands down, lift the shoulders. Exhale. Your belly in the oven. You can sit back, heels for camel pose, Ustrasana. If you're coming to your belly, reach back through the legs and press the tops of the feet down. And then sort of shimmy so that you feel your weight more on the outer thighs, like sort of lean to the right and internally rotate your left leg, and then lean to the outer left thigh and internally rotate the right leg. Does that make sense? And now the feet are probably kind of sickled, so keep that, but hug your heels together and press your feet down, okay? Now walk your hands just back so the palms are on the floor, kind of in line with the bottom of your heart, the base of your sternum, that's your breastbone. So the bottom of the rib cage that holds the heart, thumbs in line right there, and then take them a little wider to the bamboo and prop up onto fingertips. Yep. And as you press the fingertips down, can you lift the fronts of the shoulders, the collarbones up and back? Feel the shoulder blades come together. And now like you're clawing the fingertips towards the feet, just slide the heart forward, like each vertebra forward. And then as you root through the fingertips, like you're pushing through the crust of the earth, lift the heart, lift, like a flower unfurling. Press the fingertips down, back to take the heart forward and up. Press the feet down, maybe hover the fingertips. What? Press the feet down, lift the heart one more inch, and rest. Make a pillow with your hands. So on my Instagram feed this morning, I got Asian Yoga Olympics or something, which is basically looked like a contortion contest. But it started out with this woman in, it's the year of the snake, in cobra pose with her, she was with her arms up here doing things with her hands. So like her legs were on the ground and her torso was like completely upright with her arms to the sky. Wild. She looked young, and I fear what she might feel like in a decade or two, but really stunning. Really stunning. That's all, just stunning. That the body is just capable of so much more than we ordinarily imagine, and maybe the lack of imagination at times is protective. Maybe at times it's self-limiting. So it's the year of the serpent. The serpent is able to mine the depths of the earth, to find the richness of the earth and to draw it into its being in order to share it with those around them. That's the story of Patanjali. The progenitor of the Yoga Sutras was serpent from the waist down. So from the waist down, can you burrow your body into the earth? And not onto the earth, but really into the earth. Imagine from the waist down, your body is in the earth, like buried in sand. And then place the palms alongside the heart, like you're framing the heart, but take it a little wider and turn your hands out a little bit just to give yourself more space there. And there's just a sweet spot. So you can dial it in or dial it out, like the lens of a camera coming into focus. And the focus is the feeling that the chest, the lungs, the heart can open, and the shoulder blades can engage to the spine on the upper back. That's what we're trying to draw into focus. So press the hands down to lift the shoulders up and back. Okay, and now press the feet down, hug the ankles, the heels together. Okay, and you're pressing the legs through the earth as you slide the heart forward and up. From think inside the hips, inside the pelvis, and it's forward and up, and the heart is opening up and back. And then as you root through the left fingertips, maybe reach the right fingertips forward. Press the feet down, maybe slide the bicep to the ear, press the feet down, and then place the right hand on the floor and reach the left arm, bicep to the ear, press the feet down, lift the heart, bicep back, and hand down, make a pillow with your hands. Turn your head to the second side and enjoy the breath, the rhythmic beating of your heart, the unconditional support of gravity. Reach the arms out overhead as far as you can reach. Claw the fingertips forward. So this is very much after our cat-cow in the beginning of class. We did puppy pose. And you claw your fingertips, press the palms down, And without moving them, claw the fingertips back towards the mat so that the underarm from the center of your palm all the way up through the armpit. Feet down, root the tailbone down, look forward, lift your head up, and now lift the palms up so your biceps are by your ears. Feet down into the earth, feet down, lift the, yep, and bring the biceps to the ears. And one more breath. Svangasana, the serpent, exhale. Make a pillow with your hands, turn your head to one side for 5 breaths. Notice what you notice, feel what you feel, particularly that conversation between the breath and the heart. And turn your head to the other side if the neck allows. Ready? Onto your back. We're not at final. Get there. So interesting the ways in which the sunny spots move in the room, because like we're moving in space or something. Just a reminder. We're on a spinning rock being hurled through space in a universe. It's easy to forget. Bend the legs, feel both feet on the ground. Let's place a block between the legs to root into the hurling ball of earth. Hug the legs to the midline so that as we root into the spinning, hurling ball of earth, we don't lose awareness of and connection to ourselves, the center of the self. And can you expand your awareness, your consciousness, your imagination to hold both the center of yourself and the whole of the universe. And the point the universe breathes life is and ignites your heart. Across the galaxy, you might be a star in the sky. Bend down to lift the chest up, wriggle the go. Poetic. Press the to lift the hip. Still high from Beyonce. You're hug the legs to the midline and push the feet in, not into the earth. Feet down, side out. Maybe wriggle blades a little deeper. Can I stand over you? Okay. Nice. Deepest, fullest breaths. And on the exhale, lower down, but keep in place. So that bridge was just kind of like a warm-up. Notice how you are, how you feel, what more is needed. Pose. There'll be either the option to place the other block, sacrum, on its lowest, medium, or highest height. The sacrum is that facing triangle of fused bone at the base of your spine. That's where we want the block if we're going to do a supported bridge. Or you might want to fingers underneath your back and press your forearms to the earth like a shoulder stretch. Or there'll be an option to move towards Urdhva Dhanurasana. I'm going to talk you through the first Urdhva Dhanurasana. Spoiler alert, there'll be another one. And if anyone wants an assist on the third background, I'm happy, me and Melissa are happy to help. Okay, so that's kind of the run of the show for the next few minutes. Hug the block more with the fronts of your thighs. Bend the elbows alongside the waist and press the like a happy pigeon. Wriggle the shoulder blades together. Press the center back of your skull into the earth. Feel some awareness of in the back of the neck. And then stand through. As you inhale, hug the block the front, feel your center expand. Fill with. Press your to feel the bridge grow inside out. Okay, can I stand over you? This one's kind of intimate. Oh, nice. You just like, that was, are you clay? That was awesome. You okay there? Can you down? Or as you bend the elbows, you can find fingertips on hip. And or if you want to reach to rest on a block, you can move towards one of these variations of bridge pose. Beautiful. If you want more, you're going to place your hands outside your ears. Out. As you stand through the feet, push to suck your armpits in and roll more towards your head. And then as you roll towards your forehead, push through arms and legs to come up. Gorgeous. Hug the block more with the fronts of the thighs. One of the deepest, fullest breaths, maybe 2 or 3 of the deepest, fullest breaths. And then do save breath for the exhale. As you exhale, slowly lower your towards the floor and rest. Walk to the side for now. Feet about as wide as the mat and let the knees rest against each other at the mat. Enjoy the rhythmic beating of your heart, the unconditional support of gravity, and the currents of the breath. The thread turns us into our hearts. The heart illuminates the mind inspires the body, and you shine like a star across the galaxy. Any questions on the back bend, the bridge pose, or moving towards bow pose, aka, and or does anyone want help on the last one? Okay. Just one? It's not a speak now or forever hold your peace model. 2. Ankles? Okay. Okay, so last one, place a block between. Try to hold the block time with the fronts of your thighs. This is the key to keeping you connected to the earth and your center. Block is the object of focus. It's called a dharana in the yoga tradition. The block is the object of focus that's going to keep you tethered both to the earth and your. Bend the elbows alongside the waist. Stand through the feet to lift the hips up. Pose. From bridge pose, you can to rest on your midsection. You can press the palms into the earth. You can interlace the hands behind the back. You can under support. Or from here, place the hands outside your ears as wide as your mat. Hold my ankles like you're going to try to knock me over, okay? And then as you push through your legs, push through your arms to come to the top of your head. Good. And now you're going to try to knock me over, okay? You're not going to be able to. And then push through the arms, push through your legs more. Yes. You can even lift your heels up and press the balls of your feet down and forward to pump your heart forward the other direction. Push your arms straight. One more breath. Push your legs straight. Yes. And then on the exhale, slowly lower.
That was crazy.
Yes. High five. All the way to the earth. I don't know if you got a good angle for that. It looks like you might. Enjoy your breath. When you say crazy, I hope that's more synonymous with mind-blowing than unhinged. If anyone else wants mind-blowing or unhinged, call me over. Enjoy your breath. You can windshield wiper your legs. I see a lot of people just naturally going for that. You can go slow or more in your body. Like if you still feel kind of energy needs to You could have your windshield wipers on like high, or if you're feeling just dewy, slow, or just as needed. Just on one side if it's asking for it. Questions, comments, concerns, conundrums related to our back bends? Okay. Yeah, question. This pose is so hard on the wrists. In lieu of advice, I just want to speak a little bit to why, so that might guide you in the other aspects of your practice. So it's hard on the wrist because the muscles of the upper back tend to be tight and or weak. And the more, you can even just roll to your right and we'll just I'll just peel back the veil on the philosophy for like a minute because I didn't really do a lot of centering philosophy this morning. But our physical practice of yoga, you learn this in our immersion, which we do every fall. And then when I offer like an advanced immersion, we review it and kind of go deeper. But our whole physical practice is an application of our spiritual philosophy. And so in every pose, like even in our forward bends, we're trying to physically hold the shoulder blades together so that the heart is held open. And just because of the nature of our emotional, mental, psychological lives and what we've been through, this tends to happen. It's a protective patterning. And then also just because of the nature of our work and human movement, we pattern towards this, shoulders down and forward. So these muscles tend to be really weak, and I guess like kind of loose and weak or tight and weak, just depending on your constitution. So everything we're doing in terms of the biomechanics of alignment is trying to back again, moving towards center so that the heart are more open, more receptive, greater capacity for breath, for the energy of life, which enlivens us and energizes us and keeps us going, breath. So when you take a deep breath, it's not as deep and full as when you're here and you take a breath. So everything we did leading up to this was to try to get those muscles of the upper wake. But when you're coming into Urdhva Dhanurasana from the ground up, do we have any like OTs in the room, like pediatric OTs? Works with kids? What? But like, do you know like the five, what are they called? Like the five, no, not the rotator cuff muscles, but like the movements that we learn in progression in our development, like push, pull, yield. There's like 5 essential movements that we learn from like, that we develop from like babies to like standing and walking. And when we're doing Urdhva Dhanurasana, we go to push. We're trying to push. And it's really hard to when you're pushing, they're coming off the back. So we need to find a way to pull shoulder blades. Even as we're pushing, we're not losing connection to center. Does that make sense? That's complicated. That's complicated. The more you hug the shoulder blades, energy is pulling up out of the wrists. The energy is going down into the wrists. So a couple of things you can do just to stack the deck in your favor. I shy from advice, but I guess that's why you're here. I've been doing this for over 20 years, so I got to say something. You can focus on pressing the inner edges of your hands down, but again, that's a push. But just by pushing the inner edges down, you'll get a little bit out of the heel of the hand, which will most of the tacks. Is just to be able to practice and sustain. You can show this on camera, perhaps. I just want to pause on the top of the head. This is kind of where we tend to be. This is pushing, and just pull the armpits in. The other option is to try to practice on ridge tops and just lift the heels of the hands clear up off the floor. I have a lot of oil on today, so it's a little tricky with that and that. But the key, and that's why I like a lot of other yoga classes, like not an original or a unique idea, but I like to come into Urdhva from bridge, because here I can really get the shoulder blades together And then I do it in terms of advice. This is what to the floor. I don't even bring the heels of the hands to the floor. And as I come more I push towards my forehead, the heels of the hands come down, but I'm still sucking in. I'm pulling in, not pushing out. Pulling in, not pushing out. So the shoulder blades are on the back the whole way down. Does that help? So the advice I would have, thanks Camden, is if you start to practice or fingertips, just depending on the flexibility of your hands, fingertips or ridge taps, you're going to start to redirect the energy up into the upper back, strengthen the rhomboids. Google that, the rhomboids. And then just like, now your Instagram and your YouTube will give you like rhomboid exercises because it heard it in class if your phone is anywhere in the building or at home, it heard it. Been watching Black Mirror. Yeah, so this is because this is our pattern. That and then the wrist, carpal tunnel is an epidemic in our culture, and it's a wrist thing that comes from this. Okay, so we always throughout the day, the heart bench that we do. You get that in Alex's class a lot. Like heart bench every day for 5 minutes. Like make that practice and your wrists will thank you. Does that help? But you're not alone. That one really sucks for the wrist, like more than most. But most of us, if we're really weak in the down, by the time we get to our 5th or 6th down dog, the wrists are like, what the actual fuck? It's because the energy is pushing into the heel of the hand rather than drawing up. Try lifting the heels of the hands up. That'll make you strong. Or come to your forearms just to give yourself a break. Because we need breaks, which is about where we're going. Almost Shavasana. Let's come onto our backs. Find your strap. Stretch your legs out long. You can manually widen your buttock flesh. And then bend your right leg in and take the strap across the ball of your right foot. And stretch the right leg to the sky. Press the inner left. Press the inner left. Press the inner left knee down, the thigh down. Breathe. And even here, notice if the shoulders came up off the floor. Reach towards the foot. And then pull the shoulder blades yourself just and back to the ground. Shoulder blades together. Almost like you're doing bridge pose, even though it's a reclining hold. Belly breathing. Inhale, the belly expands. Exhale, the belly softens. Take both sides of the strap into your right hand, and the right leg out to the right. Down to the left or left palm up. Belly breathing. Strap, I got you. Inhale for a beat. Both sides of the strap into your left hand and slowly take the leg to the left. Yeah, and you're fine as long as you keep pressing the thigh back. It's an open belly twist, as long as it feels good. If it feels good, you can roll all the way onto your left side, outer edge of the left foot, and press your right. Totally optional here. You can bend with your right hand, find your left foot. Bind yourself. My old friend and yoga teacher, Gina, used to call this twisted ninja yoga pretzel twist or something. That might be considered appropriative these days, but I call it reclined, revolved in the moonlight. Parivrtta Supta Vipassana. The ways in which the sugar cane reflects the light of the moon and darkness. Release the bottom foot first, and then rather than hoisting through center, just give yourself release the right leg down to the left leg and roll onto your back and feel the difference from side to side, if any. Notice if one side feels heavier, more grounded, more spacious. And then bending the left leg in, take the strap across the ball of the left foot. Classic sequence, by the way. Sequence with a little bit of variation. This exact sequence, just a little bit of variation for probably over 5 years. But just a little bit of variation. It was always like this. The bottom heel, knee, and thigh to the ground, and then take your hands and put on as you can reach. And notice if you unhinge, if you disconnect the arm bones from the shoulders, that's fine. Just reconnect. Extended yourself, pull back into center, and give yourself just the bare minimum amount of speed with extension to hold the shoulder blades, the center back of the skull down. Feel those little muscles at the back of the neck. Take both sides of the strap in the left hand and open the left leg out to the left. Keep the bottom leg grounded. Can I reach? Is that okay? Yeah. I don't touch a lot anymore. On the inhale, hoist through center. I use the word hoist lovingly because I saw Gigi trying to like climb a short wall over the weekend. Take both sides of the strap into the right hand, left hand? Right hand, and then slow motion, traverse the midline. You can roll onto the bottom leg. Go, yeah, and really go, like, yeah, you can go. Let me know if you want me to lower that block. You don't need that. And then rather than the hoist, oh no, yeah, let's bend the bottom leg if you like. And with your left hand, find your right foot. For Supta Parivrtta Ardhachandra Chapasana, reclined, revolved, sugar cane in the moonlight. Again, just the ways in which we reflect light and darkness and the beauty in and of that. So gently release the bottom foot, and rather than the top leg, give a little jiggle through the legs, stretch your legs out long, sweep the arms out and up overhead. Stretch through the arms, stretch through the legs, find the breath. Deep breath in, let the breath reach the depths of your being and fullness. Pause for a beat at the top, and then we're going to exhale with an audible sigh. Round 2 will just be a long, quiet exhale. Full deep breath in. Touch your fullness, and then slowly let the breath pour out of you like a whisper. Pause at the bottom, and 1/3 round, your choice, audible or whisper the exhale. The bottom of that one, at the very, very bottom of the breath, hug your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself, your whole self, your sweetest and most loving embrace. Wrap yourself up in the ocean of consciousness, the field of conscious awareness, the light of awareness, the subconsciousness, the unconsciousness, the you that you are, the you that you were, the you that you've always been, and the you that you've yet to become. And as you embrace yourself wholly and deeply and fully, see if there's any final poses, movements, or adjustments that you need or want to make in order to feel completely prepared to fully relax. You can add or remove props. You can add or remove layers. If there's a part of your body that is calling for self-massage with the massage balls, I invite you to take about 3 minutes or 4 minutes to take care of yourself in this way. If there's props that you need or want that you don't have nearby, such as additional blocks, blankets, or bolster, just give us a wave and we'll bring it over to you. Yeah. Would anybody else like me to bring you yoga tune-up massage balls? And if you are not massaging, blanket, you got it. There you go. Anyone else need or want anything? You are ready to relax. You can drift off into the ocean of consciousness if and as you like, or I'll invite you to tether yourself for a few minutes of guided breath work, guided pranayama. So take your time. Feel yourself in the lap of the earth where we are all connected. The word yoga means union or yoke, that which connects. So just to take a moment to connect, to rest in the sense of connection to the earth, to the breath, to the heart, to each other, and all that is. Look for the breath and trace the breath in and down. Let it fill you up. Twist the breath down into the heart center, however and wherever you imagine this to be. See the heart ignite by the breath like striking a match. And the splendor of the light of your heart illuminates this entire interior landscape, your mind, your thoughts, your body, and its contents, known and unknown. And as you exhale, this intrinsic emanates from inside out, far and wide across the galaxy like a star in the sky. As you inhale, count to 4 at your own pace. Pause for 4 at the top unless you are pregnant. Just let the breath flow, and you can play with an 8-count inhale that turns into an 8-count exhale. That's welcome to everyone as well, but particularly if you're growing a human, it's advised not to hold the breath. So options are to breathe in for 8 and let the breath pour into the exhale for 8, and let the exhale pour into the inhale for 8, like a Mobius strip for infinity. And otherwise, to inhale for 4, to pause at the top for 4, to exhale for 4, and pause at the bottom for 4. So the 4-part, 4-count breath. And if every few breaths you feel like you can increase the count, you might move towards the 5 count, the 6 count, and so on. We'll be here for just a minute or two. And when you finish the cycle you're on, let go of any last remaining bits of effort. If you're massaging, you can finish up and put the balls to the side. And just turn to the natural currents of the breath and let the breath be as deep and as full as requires the least amount of effort. The effort may just be in the openness, the receptivity to the gift of life that each breath offers. May you be open to receive it deeply and fully. To witness as it flows in you, as you, through you, and from you. To observe yourself being breathed. A breath with a body. Invite a slow, deep, full breath in. Take it to heart and offer a long, smooth, complete breath out, heartfelt. Let the breath pour out of you. As you deepen your breath, feel how naturally your breath deepens you. The breath ignites the heart. The splendor of the heart illuminates your mind and your body. And here in this gift of conscious breathing embodiment, let the spirit that you are gently awaken the soul, the body, and the mind that you have. Wiggling toes and fingertips, stretching through arms and legs. As you're ready, you can bend your legs and feel both feet on the ground, just managing your props as needed. And with both feet on the ground and a steady gaze inward, take a moment to call yourself down to earth. Call yourself back to reality. And take a moment to visualize the ways in which you stretch your connection to center yourself in this practice of yoga into the activities of your daily life. In so doing, bringing more heart-centric luminosity, sweetness, love, and wisdom to those in the world around you. Imagine that. And when you're ready, you can gently roll to one side, press through your strong arms, find your way into a comfortable seated posture once again, with the eyes closed and the hands folded before the heart in Anjali Mudra. Another gesture of sincere self-reverence that acknowledges and honors the voice of the true teacher, the source of supreme love, divine wisdom, and virtuosity, never further than your heart, which is never further than your breath, and the gesture that consciously and courageously and generously places this aspect of ourselves before us as both a guide and an offering in all we do. Let's seal in our time together. Let's invoke blessings for ourselves and each other, and together let's send the voices of our hearts far and wide. In the sound of one collective Om, feel free to join into the collective sound or let it wash over you. Deep breath in. As you bow to your heart, with all my heart, I bow to every one of you. Thank you so much for your practice, for your presence, and for all that you are and all that you do every single day of this life. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for also being open to Yesenia being here today. I appreciate it. If you're not into it, it's no big deal. Just send us a message. Thanks, friends at home. And again, we have yoga and cello coming up in June with Kel and Anisha. And there's a Pride special yoga workshop class for the attic in June as well with Brian. I don't know the date off the top of my head. And we have a family sound bath in June as well if you want to come and bring your kids. Okay, thanks everyone.